Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, well, hasn't really done much today. It's been moving sideways pretty much. It moved down a little bit, but overall just another range day here. Now, however, yesterday we had a price top, a local price top at around 64,450, and the price started to decline in 5 waves from there on the micro level. And this was, not an impulse in my view, but a possible leading diagonal in wave 1 to the downside in the white wave count. And if you watched the first video today, then, this is obviously what we talked about then. I talked about the possible recovery in wave 2, which kind of happened. We moved into the resistance area, did get rejected from the 50% retracement. And by all means, it's possible that wave 2 already topped. Yeah, so we have a 5-wave move down, after which we said, okay, possible correction, like a corrective rally, because 5-wave movements are usually corrected, which means it's a 3-wave move in the opposite direction, but it should then form a lower high and should not really break above the 78.6 retracement at $63,940. Now, the price, however, then, after reacting to that resistance area, which is what we want to see in resistance or rejection typically, at least to follow that wave count, right? Now, the price hasn't really followed through to the downside in impulsive ways, because if the next move down is indeed a 3rd wave, which it should be, we would like to see a little bit more downside momentum. So what I said in my update earlier today on Discord was that I would not be particularly surprised if we see a wider wave 2 flat correction unfold maybe over the next day or so. So that means wave 1 indeed bottomed. That was when I made my first video today. We had this rally, but it was only the A wave. The decline was kind of in 3 waves. It could be a B wave that did overshoot to the downside, and now maybe a C wave up, which could test again the area around 63,230 before then we come down in the 3rd wave. So this is how the white scenario would ideally unfold. Again, I cannot rule out that the wave 2 has already topped, but then it hasn't really given us much downside momentum. Something similar happened down here. Okay, so where we also saw the potential for a bit of a rally and it extended a bit more. Okay, but also here, the idea was we moved down, moved down, and we said, okay, maybe this is an A, B, and we go up higher, which then happened, but it never broke down again. So it did move up, but all I want to share with you, it's a similar bottoming structure locally at least, where it's a bit different, so it's not the same, but where we might just see a bit of an extended wave 2 correction. So whether we go down directly or move up a little bit, for me, this is after the 5-wave move down that happened from yesterday's high, like the first area to watch. The area between 63,940 and 62,940. And therefore, because this is the first area to watch, we will have to pay close attention to those Fibonacci levels. And any break above it would indicate we're extending higher, of course, but these would be clear signals then. For now, you can see clearly how the price is actually respecting that Fibonacci retracement area. It's just that the move down doesn't yet have 3rd wave quality. A 3rd wave would normally take us down quite quickly. So it might morph a little bit over the next day or two. Now, if we go down further in this white wave count, quick reminder, we're tracking here an A wave down, a B wave up. The C wave down could reach 57,990, or let's call it 58K. It's the 100% extension of the initial A wave to the downside. It's an ideal target for wave C. And this is, if it fills in, it would work out quite nicely. Like wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5 can go lower, absolutely. But the fact that the ideal target for wave C is located in the larger Fibonacci support area is quite positive, because this indicates that there's a better chance of it actually holding a higher low. So that means if we enter that support region, or let's say if we entered that support region and the 100% extension is below support, well, that would obviously indicate that there's a good chance of breaking support. But to keep the idea alive that this is the white count and this is a B wave pullback, Ideally, we're holding 78, the 78.6 retracement. We don't need to get there. So as I said, there's an ideal target here. That's what we're watching primarily at the moment, okay? Now in the short term, we might go a little higher, it might morph. And this is the wave count that I'm following as long as we're holding below 63,939. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.